welcome you to Los Angeles. MLB The Show brings you the Global Baseball League. It's the Soul Singers going up against the Equiminicans. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So here's the lefty, Blake Snell. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
On the ground, and he punches one right back up the middle. That's what he does. Great contact. So a man on base to start the inning.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
You'll one.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Stays alive. Chris, I always have a good time getting the opportunity to broadcast the game in the GBL.
Yeah, why is that?
One out, man at first. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Check on the runner. Robert dives back in. Because we get to see some of the greatest places in the world. How many leagues send you from London to Lima to Liechtenstein?
Well, we're definitely racking up the air miles in this league, and we also get to try some of the best food in the world along the way, so that's another bonus.
And it's second. Ball. The best part is the food is always different. We're never ordering the same thing in two different cities.
Yeah, except for coffee, and you know I need coffee no matter what continent I'm on.
You and me both, partner. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Robert on his way around third. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Strike 2. And they'll do it again. Got him. That's the third out. Digging in, Bobby Witt Jr. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. In the air to left center, DePaula on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 down. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
That one fouled off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Mason Wynn. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Stepping in, Max Clark. That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's 4 strikeouts.
Gotta be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
And now 2-1. way out front for strike 2. Hit on the ground to the right side. A dive, he's got it. And it beats him. What a play.
I love the fact that the pitcher didn't become a spectator on this play. Nice job by the first baseman to dive, get dirty, knock that ball down. And if the pitcher's not there, he's got nobody to flip it to. Excellent job by both those guys.
Josue De Paula stands in now and watches strike 1. Late with the swing there.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Got him swinging. Back here in L.A., ready to go for the last half of the inning. Albert Pujols getting ready to hit. And there's a foul ball. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
On the ground to third. Down the line, and it's foul.
Ball inside.
Pujols on at first. Nobody out. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. The throw into second. And now a man into scoring position. Man at second. Swing at a ground ball. And foul ball. Ripped to short. Whips it to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out. Cal Raleigh will hit next. This one driven. Deep center field. On its way. Home run. He circles the bases. And they take the lead. It's 2-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. Play is made, 2 out. 2 down, base is empty. And now here is Dave Roberts. Hit hard, base hit.
Batting ninth, right fielder, Eric Judge.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. On the ground to short. Story. Slings to first. That ends the inning. And they limit the damage. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Trevor Story comes up to the plate.
Ball 1. Nope.
Just
Inside, ball 3.
In the air to left center. Anthony on the move. 1 away. Breaking ball misses down and away.
That's ball 2.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Now a step off the rubber to reset. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Lau at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up. Back here at Dodger Stadium as we go to the last of the third. Bobby Witt Jr. now at the plate. That one ripped. And foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just
runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Out to short, Story. One gone, bottom of the third inning. So now with one away and a man at second. And now the DH, Mason Wynn. Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And he chases a high fastball there.
he was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Oh, and this one gets away. And save. A close play at the plate, and that scores a run on the wild pitch. A 1-2. Fastball is outside. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting for the Equiminican, first baseman Albert Pujols.
Well struck, right field, carrying well. Stretches out and hauls it in. Back here in L.A., all set for the start of the inning. So now Pete Alonso at the plate. Alonso, former second-round pick out of the University of Florida. And it's through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. You know, this group of hitters showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. Wells batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Outside with a breaking ball. There's a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Foul ball there. Alonso leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
0-1.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. And the count's full. That one to first, and that's a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Bottom four. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Up the middle, and that one handled. Not in time.
No, he's in there.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
For the catcher,
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Fouled off. He was late. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's the left fielder, Roman Anthony. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Base hit into center field. Coming home. Throw cut off to third. And he's in there as a run scores. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. Traffic on the bases with one already in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it. Both runners tagging. Runner from third in to score. It's 5-1. Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge. Fought off foul. Hit hard on the ground is short. In plenty of time to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in. Base knock right field. And that keeps the inning alive. Righty reliever out of the pen, Devin Williams.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's...
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And makes the grab. And that is that. Ready now for the 5th inning. Leading off, Bryce Harper.
Well, these guys need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Ball 1.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
And now 1 and 2. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. Your story now.
Oh, that's up there.
That just misses. 2 and 1. Ground ball left side. Jump throw on the money. Nice play. Back here at Chavez Ravine, digging in, Mason Wynn. to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Man at second. And that's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Got him looking for the K. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Here is Gleyber Torres. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. 1 out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Got him. 2 down.
Now batting for the Equiminican, catcher, Jeff.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Down low, it kicks away. And the runner holds. Pickoff moved to second. Win back on a dive. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the 3rd out. All set for the top of the 6th. So here's Robert now. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Jeremiah Estrada. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Got him. 1 up, 1 down.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Roberts should have this one. And there are 2 outs. The polar bear, as he was dubbed by his former teammate Todd Frazier. And a big swing and a miss. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Executed that pitch very nicely. Just missed with it.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Robert Suarez taking over on the mound. This one smacked out to left center. That's a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now quick throw to first, and he's back in safely. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Man at second.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. So far, that aggressiveness has been all about attacking the first pitch they see. 7 hits on the first pitch alone, and clearly they've done a great job turning those hits into runs on the board. And, you know, it's always interesting to see how teams attack the first pitch. What's their plan of attack going to be? Well, for this offense in this game, they're not waiting around.
High fly ball, right field. Clark has a beat on it. He makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. Throw home. He beats it. It's 7-1. So no one on after the sac fly. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. And first offering is fouled off.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
In the air, right field. Clark on his way over. And that will end the inning. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Clark in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And it's 1-1.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep. And then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Got him looking. And he strikes out the sign of the 7th. Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's Alex Bregman. In the air, left field. DePaula makes a nice running catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Out, number 2. Greg Weisser comes on now. He's into the game with the bases empty. Next to hit, Albert Pujols. 1 for 3. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning.
Leading off, first baseman Bryce.
Check swing, and he went. So 1-1. New arm out of the bullpen, Jack Dreyer.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And that one is lifted in the air. Judge under it. And there's one down.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot. Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one 95 to finish him off. Story at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. And a swing and a miss. That one ripped left field. Back there. And out of here. Trevor Story bops one out of here. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're at the top of the 8th.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Ball 2.
On the ground to the left. Handles, throws the first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back here in L.A., on to the bottom of the 8th. Gleyber Torres digs in now. Swing and a ground ball out to short. To first.
Got him.
1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Swings over the top of that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That smash towards center. And there's 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Anthony now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. And these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league. And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Base hit center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Quick move to first. Anthony dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. Back here at Chavez Ravine. We go to the 9th. Brandon Lowe getting ready to hit. A swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Tap foul at the plate. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th. And that drops in for a strike.
Nope, that's a ball.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. And now it's Mark Vientos. Right side. And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Hey!
And
Ball match
fastball misses
outside.
outside for a ball. And the count is 1-1. On the ground, and this should do it. Ball game.